What up, everybody? Duck here. Welcome to the stream. Get a quick audio check. Make sure everything sounds good. But, yeah. How's everybody doing tonight? All right. Well, if no complaints, we will get started. So Bitcoin on the screen. And I mean, Sub Cowboy, all good. All good. Okay. Thanks, fellas. All right. So zooming back out a little bit here, get some perspective, right? We had our big, there's our head of our dragon, right? And we had our, I could put it back on there if you want to see it. We had our spine of our dragon, right? Let me fix it up a little here. Something like that. And, you know, we had our double bottom down here. We broke out. We've back tested, painted hidden bullish divergence, rallied all the way up, hit the high, swept the high, put in a new all-time high, and have now since really just back tested this previous. If we zoom in here, let me delete the head, and I'll delete the spine. If you zoom in here, right about there, you can see at first we had this anchored right here, but all I simply did was move it right here. Okay, so this was definitely a critical area. I mean, look, it was where this previous candle closed. We sold off, we rallied back up, squared up on that candle from May 10th, right? And then we just dumped from there. Okay, so look, this is now the point I have marked. All right, 58,000. So if we look back over here, we came back and we back tested that exact area. Okay, so that's where this touch point is coming from, and that was a really nice back test right there. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. And then of course the other one comes from the actual previous all-time high, April 14th, right, where we were at 64,000, basically 65,000, and that's, you know, where we swept the top. So now we're just still ranging between them, right? And even if you look here in closer, this previous area back here, right, is basically that same area, right? What was once resistance is now support. Okay, so this is good. This is good. So long as we remain above here, right, we're full send for the moment. I mean, really, yes, could we have one more slightly lower low? This could come down right to here, and technically we'd still be the same, because this could square this area up. You see that? And we would land like right on it, and you'd still paint a higher low. You know what I mean? You'd still paint a higher low. That's like the worst case scenario here. So just careful with your leverage. But really, what would be, you'd know, because this would happen, and then you'd sell off to right there. Okay, likely you'd find support there, and then you'd come back in. Okay, so that's kind of like how the worst case scenario would look. But right now, I don't know if you're gonna sell back off, because look, you already sold back off, and then you engulfed, right? And then you squared that engulfing candle back up, and then you immediately came back up to this level, right? So now looking at it, you're above this level. See how you've engulfed above that? So really staying above 60,000 is like kind of some immediate, you see this level right there? Just staying above 60K is, you know, immediate concern here. Like maybe you sell back off and back test and square up this candle at like 61, but then we gotta at some point get back up here and test the high again. And at that time, look, it's gonna be strike one, right? Strike one. Here's strike two, failure number two. Okay, so if we can get back up here and test this a third time, you'd think that we're gonna get a nasty candle through it, that's going to go right to 70, okay? 71. And then you'll trickle your way back down and probably back test this previous high here at 66.1, okay? So, yeah, right now, somebody in a position right here would be looking for 70, 71-ish, okay? And your stop would be below this previous low, okay? Something like that. All right, and that's Bitcoin. So look, zooming back out again. Let me clean this Squid Games up from last time here. Zooming back out again, look at this, guys. You had this initial high, right? All-time high resistance. Now you're just basically, you came back and now you're just consolidating right at resistance, okay? And typically that's bullish. You break out, back test, go, and then this is how we end up in our real target area, okay? So yeah, right now things are looking really solid. I don't see any issues here. Yeah, you don't want to do this, right? You do not want to do that. You want to do it the opposite way. Break out, back test, and go, okay? And then look, zooming in, we've been watching this, right? We've been watching this inverse head and shoulders. Head and shoulders that we basically are saying that this is going to do one of these, right? So critical here that we get above this. Let me draw this with a line so it's okay. So that's the next critical thing we got to do. We just got to get back in this little area here and then break out above it, okay? So that's basically 64,000 would be good to see us above. Really, even 63.7 would be good too. And again, you don't want to lose 60 or 58 below, all right? So we're in a good spot here. We're in a good spot. And again, look, we've tested this area once. We've tested it twice. We've approached it a third time. So, like, eventually, like, the supply is just, there's nothing, right? There's nothing left. Everyone that wanted to sell here sold. That wanted to sell here sold. Nobody has anything left to sell. That's what we're hoping, right? That's the idea. Or even if they do, just that there's more demand from the moon boys at this level that is still going to push it up because the demand outweighs the supply. So it's irrelevant how many sellers at that point. But again, only time will tell. We should find that out, here fairly soon. Okay, moving along to Bitcoin dominance chart. So Bitcoin dominance on the 3-day, this is where we've been charting it. And you basically had approached that first target, right? You hit that first target, the previous A high. You hit that and now you've sold off. Nothing crazy here on the oscillators. Your RSI is still right at that 50%, so right at that neutral line. Plenty of room to run to this upside here, okay? Plenty of room to run. So likely what we want to see, if Bitcoin can break out, right, then that's likely going to put us up here at this target too, which is basically 49% Bitcoin dominance. And if we can hold above that area, that's where we could eventually see 56% Bitcoin dominance, okay? And this is going to be the all-time high up here, all right? If we can get that, you're talking about, I don't know, I will go back to USDT again, but I feel like we were at 86,888. I don't know, let me see here. Let's go back to it real quick. 86,792. Close enough, right? So this basically, if we get up to that all-time high again, put in a new high, excuse me, and it's that 1618 golden mean ratio, 86,792 should correlate to 56.72% Bitcoin dominance. Okay. Let's take a look at total. So again, looking at total, we've been watching this area where we said back here, we posted this back here. This is where retail is going to FOMO, okay? So what has happened here is total market cap. You had this initial rally up, okay, where we put in this high on May 12th, the May 10th high on Bitcoin, or the May 10th back test, basically. Had a little bit of an altcoin rally, helped it out for a little while, but then you had the major dump, right? And painted this downsloping wedge, rally up, partial decline, hidden bullish divergence, on to break the highs. So look, strike one, strike two, right? Partial decline, rally back up, and here's where you consolidate at the previous high, and then you break it, you back test, and now it's time for the go, okay? So I'll see you at, I don't know, let's take a look here. Let me clean that up a little. All right. So we've almost hit the 1618 on the low time frame, okay? So I marked that in purple. That's 2.895 trillion. And if we were to fib the entire structure, there's a 1272 right at that same area, okay? So that's going to be our next area of interest, but ultimately 3.4 trillion. This is the one that should correlate with our, whatever we said, 86792 BTC. Is that what our number was? So all that should be that, okay? So next area of interest is in between those two purple lines, okay? So if Bitcoin breaks out, we're going to find ourselves right in here. And then hopefully we can hold it, maybe sell off a little bit, get back in there. Inverse head and shoulders, rally, okay? Something like this, whatever. But this is the next area, regardless of interest, as far as total market cap, okay? Moving back along to Russian Ethereum. Look at this, guys. And we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna come back to this. Okay. So Russian Ethereum, look at this. Look at this, guys. Come on. Are you kidding me? How golden was this now, right? How golden was this now? Looking back at this entry where you had a week, you had like one paycheck to get in on that dip, but you had some time. Look at Dade always says that duck's just a wee bit early, and we are, right? We're a leading indicator. We're not lagging, right? We lead, right? This is the area we were accumulating, had one small deviation, but was it really? It just hit the 886, and then you engulfed, and then it just, see ya since then, right? So zooming back out, let's get some perspective here. Okay. So look at this, guys. We've been looking at this on Bitcoin and, you know, total and whatever. So watch. This was strike one, okay? The previous all-time high, May 10th, okay? Strike one. Strike two, September 3rd, right here, okay? Strike number two. And then look, here it was, strike three, where you came up, you tested it, you back tested this previous level, okay? And then you rallied right back up to it and engulfed right through it, back tested it, confirmed the back test, and now you're above absolutely everything. Look at this. I'll draw a line from the high back here. You are back testing the previous all-time high right now, okay? This is how it goes, right? So what we're looking for now is, like, basically this is pretty much its time. Like, ETH should be at like 5K. in not very long from now, okay? We don't do duration. We don't really care about duration, right? But like, I don't know. Not very long, okay? This is like where we drew our white line is 2 weeks, okay? That's 2 weeks. You're going to be at 5K. And this stuff happens fast. A lot of times it won't even follow it won't follow curves, right? It'll just straight up, okay? So, yeah. But basically, I mean, this has been your forecast the entire way, okay? So where's Bitcoin? Where's Bitcoin on this chart? Bitcoin is sitting right here somewhere, okay? Bitcoin is right here, okay? So remember, strike one, strike two, okay? And then look for the back test area, okay? So I'm going to go back to Bitcoin. Here's Bitcoin. Look at this, guys. Strike one, strike two. Here's the back test. Now, what do you think happens next? Go back to Ethereum. Strike one, strike two. Here's the back test. What happens next? Whammo. Boom. Okay? So that's what we're looking for Bitcoin, okay? Just an all-out raping of the bears, okay? All right. ETH BTC. This is interesting because, well, again, look, this harmonic, it's not a harmonic until it plays completely out. So I'm not even going to let us get confused with that at the moment, because ETH at this point could absolutely no, I take that back. Let's do keep that. Here's why. ETH has already ran a little bit, okay? It's Bitcoin that is lagging. So this does make sense for ETH to have a minor pullback. And again, this pullback can be as shallow as a 382, guys. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. 382. It could be as shallow as a 382 and as deep as a 886. So anywhere in this box, okay, we can have a ETH to BTC ratio pullback, which is fine. ETH could still be going up. It just means Bitcoin's going up faster, okay? But then after that, it just, ETH is gonna relax here a little bit. But then ETH is gonna go to, all-time high again, right? 5, 6K, right? That's what we're looking for here. So if you look back at ETH, right? 5, 55, 6, right? So this area, that's going to correlate with this next markup right here. Okay. But after that, it's over. It's over. It's time to wash all the island boys out. Okay. It's over after that. I don't even want to hear it after that. Don't even DM me. Don't at me. Don't nothing. It's over. Better learn to short. All right. Retail FOMO total. We went over that. Litecoin. Russian Litecoin. Okay, look. This is still at a fairly good area for entry if you're not in the Litecoin, because look, your stop is right here below these previous lows, okay? Below the September 29th low. So 135 stop. I mean, really, you probably don't even want to see it below 164. You could probably even do this, right? But I'm a spot trader, so I'm going to do this. But you leverage boys, you island boys, you have to be a little tighter with your shit. So, okay, look. Next area of interest, next stop, 300. Basically, 295. And from there, I'll see you up at the Deep Retrace, okay? Anywhere in this area. So Litecoin, a lot of people are sleeping on a couple things, okay? Everyone fell asleep on Dodge, got left behind, chased it, probably didn't make any money. You had a 40% just sitting there. Now, again, you have a 50%, 100% just sitting here on Litecoin. Don't sleep on it, okay? Right now, we also have a lot of people sleeping on Maker, right? So look, Maker is just drowning you out right here, just drowning you out, drowning you out. It just the market Maker, literally on Maker, accumulating his position right where all these harmonics are. Look at this, right where all these harmonics are, accumulating his position. Stop below everything, right? You don't want the stop is pretty easy invalidation points below everything. You see this below everything right now. If you want, yeah, you could be a little tighter and be below the C and the D here, which is probably fine at this point because it seems like you've already had that little scare test and now you've already rallied away from it. But again, I'm a spot trader. That allows myself to be more conservative and have a wider stop, lets my trade breathe a little more than the rest. So yeah, stop is 1700 at the moment. Okay, we're targeting 4K next, right? So we have plenty of room to run to the upside, and that's just the golden zone. Then we have the deep retrace. So again, we're gonna we're gonna come back and check on this, and you guys are gonna see some candle that looks like this. Everyone's gonna get mad, and we're just gonna repeat the cycle over and over again until finally one day, maybe, you guys get some patience. I know you're working on it, and everybody's doing pretty good actually overall. But yeah, don't sleep on Maker. It's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. Okay. Inch. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. Okay. Broom. Bunk. When we put this little rocket ship here, okay, you know what this looked like? It looked like this. Okay. This is what it looked like. And we said, yeah, we don't do duration, but roughly 54 days, Inch could do something crazy here, right? And what did Inch do? While you were sleeping, boom. Oh my God, right? In one candle. Did you see that? That was crazy. Anyways, look, we hit target 1, we hit target 2, and then we died, right? That's why you got to have those orders out there. You got to have those orders out there. Because as soon as you hit that target, you completed this bearish bat. And once you hit that target, like it could come all the way back down to here, guys, and to come for these stops. To stop out this sweep, this C low, like at this point, okay? So you got to take profit on that. I'm not saying it's gonna, but it can, right? So, yeah, I mean, nothing, no real edge anymore. The edge was there. Look at that inverse head and shoulders. You had a neckline, breakout, back test, break, hook, and then absolutely just go right to that 886, guys. Come on. It went all the way up, basically just shy of the all-time high. Okay, so you gotta have those orders there. Again, look what happened on AVE. Look at this. Boom, went right up and hit target 1. Look at that. Target 1 hit, and then came right back to the entry. So if you didn't have that resting order up there, it's like it didn't even happen for you, right? You're still back here at the entry. And then you got some FUD on the downside or whatever. I don't know. I don't really look at FUD. Oscillators, nothing really, like no selling, right? You had the FUD sell off, but no actual negative momentum coming in. So it's possible this still rallies, okay? You've already back tested. You've already broke out, back tested this area. You more just squared up, right? With this previous candle low, you came back down, squared it up, and now you just even squared up that one. So I think you're fine here to probably get back up here and try it again, right? See if you could get up into this next target 575 area on AVE. Okay, but technically this did already kind of play out here, so yeah. AVAX. All right. Look, target one, tagged it. Boom. Sold right back off all the way to the square up back test, right? Because we break, hook, and now we can go. And this time you figure you'll probably get up here, right? And then go. So, you know, much higher prices could be in store for AVE or AVAX, right? A lot of people like this shit coin. So let's see what it can do. Let's see what kind of steam it could generate. But yeah, one target was already hit. So profits were already taken from target one. So this is why you layer, right? You didn't have to exit the whole position, but you should have exited 60% or 40% or something, and then it would have came right back down to your entry, and you could have got right back in, and you could have rode it again. Okay. And that's why you would have had a bid set at that C target. Okay. Previous C target. B&B target was hit today. Look at this. Same thing, guys. Look at this. You came up, you hit the first target, you sold off, painted the hidden bullish divergence. Then you rallied, you back tested that previous target C high, right? Previous C high was back tested. Not only once, but then you rallied and you back tested it again to confirm it as support. And now you rallied up and you tagged the previous A high. Okay. So those targets have been hit. Next, you are looking for the deep retrace. And this deep retrace comes back from the all-time high up here on May 10th. When you fib that all-time high to low, that's where we get this deep retrace area from, okay? Between the 886 and 786. So likely that's where you're headed next, okay? And that's basically smack dab right at $300. And we know like $300 being a round number. I mean, excuse me, $600 here being a round number, that this is likely going to be the area that you see next here on BNB, okay? Moving on to the dog. All right, so look again, guys. Nobody believes it until it's too late, right? Look at this. Look what we gave them. Look what we give this entry. This one was disgusting. We gotta zoom way in for this one. Boom, boom. Let's clean it up. Right there. September 29th. Okay? September 29th. You had price at 19 cents. 0.195 was the low. 0.1946. Cowboy knows. I know he's watching this stream sitting on some 19-cent Dodge right now. Dogecoin. Elon. Whatever you want to call this crap. Alright, so look. Last time we checked this out. Again, this was something like this, okay? Last time we checked this out and we put this here. We said we're going up and we're going to 32 to 35 cents. So we'll play it. Back tested the neckline once, came right back up and hit the target. Okay? So this was your second kind of confirmation low. You had the break, hook. So there's the back test once. You rallied up and then you back tested it a second time for confirmation. Squared up this previous level and then you just went straight up, okay? And yeah, that's a bit of a stop hunt, but it's nothing that like it wasn't that crazy, right? It just, you look at all this buying. It was just a quick reset the oscillators and then go again, right? So yeah. After this, basically, you have to get back above this area now. So you'd have to do something like this. You'd have to now get back above this area. back testing this area, and that's where you can see the next rally on Doge. But you have to get above really 32 cents, okay? You have to get above 32 cents. You're sitting at 28 cents right now, so you got some work to do. Excuse me. All right, FTT. Okay, so this one sitting at a really critical area here. As you can see, this is this previous B resistance point, okay? So what was once support here became resistance here. We tested it as support a little bit, but then we failed, and now we're right back at that same critical area, okay? So obviously we need to get above it, and it's basically like $62. So get above it, hold above it, right? And then you can rally and see some higher prices. All right, ultimately we're looking for 80 cents. 80 cents. Yeah, look at this, guys. Look back left. Look at this area that we're at right now, that we're butting up against, okay? Look how critical of an area that was, and then it became critical at the B point, and now you're right there again, okay? So very, very critical horizontal line support resistance area being regarded as a resistance right now, okay? Link is look, like kind of like Doge. Look, we rallied up, we back tested this. Maybe you back test it 1 second time, right? And then you're just gonna send. But I mean, this could just go at this point as well. You're gonna know if you can get above this area and hold it. That's gonna be a clear sign above 32. Okay, 32 has been pretty regarded. Okay, obvious area, right? So let's see if we can get a link above 32 or not, right? If we reject 32 and we sell back off, you'll probably have to find 28 support again and then try it again, right? So it just depends, right? So that $32 area is critical for link. GRT. GRT just kind of hanging out. Went and tested the stop, kind of, not really, I guess. More just squared up this previous area. Our stop was below all that previous action, because you had this nice run up and then you came back down, but we had our stop below all this previous action at 86. Stop was at 84, 85 basically. So we are still looking for the 886, which places us at also the top of the golden zone, because it's the 886 from this point, and the golden zone is coming from the all-time high from February 13th. So if I fib from the previous February 13th all-time high to the June 23rd low, you can see our 886 of our BAT lines up with the 618, right? So that area is pretty high, very highly probable. Okay, let's call it that. Highly probable that you end up right here. All right, which is also $2. Okay, $2. So GRT is currently 95 cents. I will be taking some profit at $2, and then you'll probably do this and then rally again. Okay. All right. BAT. Remember we had a BAT on BAT last time we talked? We were at this area here, okay? So yes, we had a small little sell-off, but again, you had a low, it just painted a higher low, okay? So nothing really too concerning. And as soon as we got back to that neckline again, you just engulfed right through it. Bam, okay? So yes, is it possible to come back and back test it as support now? Sure, that's fine, who cares? Ultimately, I'll see at $1.50. Again, pretty critical round number, $1.50, 886, right? So there's a BAT on BAT. Shiba, this is pretty much like, I don't even know if you'd want to even bother trading this anymore at this point. It's just gone so absolutely parabolic. There's really, like, the oscillators are almost painting a head and shoulders in overbought territory. So, like, I don't know, this at some point everyone's gonna get destroyed by this, and it's gonna be back here at that previous, you know, what was once the resistance area, right? It never was back tested as support. There's a major square up there. So even if this rallies a little bit more, I'm not really going to play with it until I see it like clear double top or something, right? And then I'll short it. I'll find me a short, and I'm going to find that all the way back down here. And this is where we're going to flush out everybody, okay? This is where all the JPEGers, screenshotters, the island boys, the celebs, mainstream media, all the libs, just everyone's going to get absolutely destroyed. I don't really give a shit. I'm going for everybody right there. So Shiba, basically, I'm starting to look at it like this, okay? So sell off, rally, you know, let's find something like this. You know, create me a little neckline, back test right here, get this as support, and I'm going to like short that, right? Okay, see what we're talking about? Yeah. Island boy. ICP. Well, this looks quite the opposite of Shiba at the moment. This actually looks quite decent. Massive cipher that came off of the selling off of a butterfly, right? Butterfly sold off. And where did it sell off all the way to? The 1414, okay? And that cipher is also the 786. And where's the 786 coming from? The previous low to high, 786, okay? So nice little area here. Looking back left, this also, look at this square up as well. Look at this area right here. Can you see this? Where price went away from this and never really came back to it. It almost came back to it there, but it wasn't till here that you really squared it up, okay? So you got your square up in, you got your cipher, you're in a buy zone. You're starting to paint, you know, divergence, bullish, at least bullish convergence, if anything, right? Bullish convergence, where, let's look at it. Oh no, absolutely not. That's class A bullish divergence. Green for go. Where you had a low on price with a lower low on price, higher levels of negative momentum, higher levels of relative strength at the 886, excuse me, at the 786. This is a buy zone. You are targeting the $77 and $86 highs, okay? So somebody would have a stop right here below X. Okay, stop loss there. So one's trade right here would look, stop loss would be here, target one here. Something like this, okay? Target two. So $2 2 to 1 and 2.5 to 1 on your money here, okay? I mean, at this point, being that D low is in, I mean, I wouldn't do it yet. Let this, because again, it could come and hit that again real easy, right? Just one quick little tag out. So don't do it too soon, but once you get above some support up here and you start to rally, at that point, you know, that's where you'll move this stop up like this, okay? And get a little more of an equitable trade at that point, right? But wait for that price action to run away from your entry zone, okay? So that is ICP. Solana. All right, look. This is where we had it, okay? Hidden bullish divergence. I think that was 12 hour. Let's look at it. Yeah, you're painting hidden bullish divergence again, guys. Hidden bullish divergence again, where we had this low and a higher low, much lower levels of negative momentum. You are basically right at that 60% on the RSI, so you have plenty of room to run here. So we need to see this get above here and then go, and likely it's going to be some kind of like RSI trendline breakout. You see that? You'll kind of break out and get above the 60, and then that gives yourself all this room to run, and then paint the divergence up here bearishly, okay, at some point. And that's where the end will happen. But right now looks like we're going right to our target. So I will see you at right here in this little box, okay, between 237 and 243. So magnet gang time. Okay, the entry was back here, 137. You've got the back test on the hidden bullish divergence, and you're currently sitting at 200, just shy of 200, 198. I'll see you at 237. All right, Theta coin. All right, same thing. Looking good here. We have the harmonic that's, hasn't quite played out yet, but playing out quite nicely at the moment. So, very likely that you'll see yourself right here at this A and C high next. Okay. So very likely we'll see ourselves right there. Okay. So get up in this zone, and then if we can hold that, $13 is ultimately the target. And we would then have the cipher start to paint. This cipher could also be a shark, but that would just take you to the 886. So the cipher is the conservative target. So we'll start with that one first. If we can break it, then we can talk 886 from there. Okay. XRP, we're still kind of playing this Gartley that's going to happen off of this cipher. Okay. So this cipher fibbing from high to low here is going to put us right here between the 1414 and the 1618. Okay. That's our take profit area and our short entry target of the Gartley. Okay. And this Gartley, yeah, so we're kind of looking for 167 to 175 on XRP. Even if this Gartley is going to absolutely destroy it, you're first going to run up. You're first going to run up, right? And get everyone on board with longs, thinking that it's going to go up, right? Get everyone on board with longs and then nuke it. So watch out on XRP for the old banana in the tailpipe. Tezzy's starting to run. Okay. So Tezzy's nothing too crazy here on the oscillators. Still just looking for that $10 target, right? That we've been on the whole time. I mean, really, we pretty much like this played out pretty solid already, guys. Like, to be honest, if you look back at this, we've already completely cleared the highs. See this? So the fact that we've already cleared the high from May 10th, May 8th, whatever. Okay, this high back here, there's strike one, right? Here was strike two, October the 4th. So if price can get back up here to this 840 mark and, consolidate at resistance, and you can break above this and back test this area, that's where you can see much higher prices, okay? And at that point, you'd be talking like, $12, okay? So, yeah, Tezzy's, that's kind of what we want to see right here, right? We need to get back above 840, and we can see $12. Right now, you'd probably want to stop loss right here. Okay. So get back above 840. See you at 12 bucks. Comp. Here's another one that looks really good, guys. Hasn't run yet. Yeah, looking really nice here. Painted somewhat of a harmonic within a harmonic. You'd like to see this have stopped like, you know, 786-ish, right? And then give you 786 here, and you would have got a nice nice harmonic within the harmonic, okay? And you kind of did. So as long as this holds, I mean, that's how you'd play it anyways. So your stop loss would be there. So 186. Okay, 186. Must flip this level into support, which still remains the case, okay? We must flip 450 into support. If so, I will see you at 8 1/4. All right. So comp looks really solid here. Duck is long comp. Ethereum Classic. Another shitcoin request from the chat. So looks like we got a little bit of a bullish bat going on here. Okay, so I'd like to see it. Okay, Ethereum Classic. Stop loss at this point here, $36. Target, pretty much, I mean, 3 to 1 easy from wherever that is, right? If you're gonna have a stop right there, that gives you easy 3 to 1. I mean, look, just targeting here. I mean, that could be your first target. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with targeting the harmonic you're on. Second one, previous X high. Third one, right? See what you could get out of her. Ethereum Classic targets 75, 83, 125. VETS, VeChain. VeChain doesn't look too bad here, okay? So, you know, painted this low on price right here. You now have a higher low on price, so that looks good. Harmonic wise, X, A. Ooh, got bright. B, C, 886. Gosh, mouse is so sensitive. Sorry, let me. There you go. 886, bearish bat painting. Right now, you want to get above all this resistance, okay? So if you can flip this area, right? What's been serious resistance recently? Resistance, right? Resistance. Kind of tried it, but failed. And now resistance again, okay? So this area, if we can get above, and we're right there, right? So if you can just get above it and back test it as support and hold, it's very likely that you're going to find yourself at 25 cents at a quarter, okay? VeChain to a quarter. YFI, you're just kind of hanging out still. Nothing going on here. Nothing crazy, just consolidating at below a resistance point. So again, we want to see this price get above this 37,000 number and hold it as support, okay? And then I'll see you right here at 44, between 44 and 45. And if we can hold that as support, I'll see you in the golden zone, okay? Which would be between 50 and 68. So YFI, still full send, stop loss. I mean, at this point, depending on your entry, if you bought in the buy zone, your stop loss at this point could be entry, okay? Because you see how prices kind of came away from you quite a bit, and you're consolidating above that area. So even up here will be way safer. Once that happens, you could even probably do this, right? But for now, here or here, okay? Dot approaching targets. What are the odds? Bullish bat targets. 1 C high has been hit, approaching target 2. If we can hit target 2, look guys, you got to be careful here in a short, because strike 1, strike 2, right? Strike 3. So if we can get above this, we could see a markup in price to blue sky breakout territory here. And you know, if that happens, if we're able to get blue sky breakout here, $72 could be a possible $72, okay? Could be a possible target here on dot. So you'd need to see this, okay? Okay. Next we have SRM request. SRM. Okay, so look, you're sitting in this buy zone still. Nothing has really happened here, okay? And it's good to see that you had this initial entry, came up, and you came and you back tested it completely, and you're still holding above it, okay? You've never breached this previous, the X, right? You've never jeopardized the X. So this is still, and this is a great area right now for entry, because it's been tested already. So at this point, you'd be able to have a really tight stop, and your targets would look like this, okay? So SRM, putting it in the Discord for you guys so you have a static view of it. I think, what was the other one we just had? Ethereum Classic. It's Ethereum Classic, I believe. Ethereum Classic. There you go. Ethereum Classic as well. I think, oh, ICP. There's another one. ICP. Okay. Moving along. Okay, so we did SRM, target 11 and 13, the A and C high, okay? Previous A and C high of the harmonic, okay? Stop below X, targets C and A. NEM. All right, looking back left, it looks like we're at a pretty critical area here, which this was once pretty clear resistance. That was then pretty clear support, right? So we're back at that area, and you've broken it and back tested it. So as long as this holds, right? As long as this can hold, you figure you got a chance here for much higher prices, especially because it looks like you're starting to finally put in that initial low, that local low, and now a higher low. And it's like you have another kind of local neckline that you're sandwiched in between here. So see yourself bouncing here again, get above it, and I'll see it in the golden zone between 22 and 20 and 30 cents, okay? On NEM. H bar. H bar, look, they came after our stop, but they didn't get it, right? Stop was too strategic below the previous low. Just put in a higher low. So we could give ourselves one more of these bad boys over here. Higher low on price, right? And now look, you're right back at that neckline and you're just breaching right through it. So this would be a great little area for somebody. You could be like this and like this, okay? H bar. Okay, H bar. Next we have request DYDX. I don't even know what this shit is. But that being said, you have a bullish bat. Bullish bat. Okay. It's possible you get one more slightly lower low here and you hit the 886. Okay. Not out of the realm of possibility. So like there would have been your buy zone. Okay. So you can layer below this previous low with more bids, use that as protection. Your stop loss would be down here below the X, okay? Stop loss 1050, entry between 13 and 15, and your targets are going to be up here. Okay, you're going to be targeting the previous C and A high. Okay. DYDX. Okay, next we have QNT. Bearish bat, QNT, just kind of hanging out above the. This isn't really the entry because you don't really trade the C to D, but you can. It's just normally the harmonic's not a harmonic, till it gets to the D. But so I can't really say this is consolidating at the entry, right? Because the entry is actually up here for a short. So, but yeah, either way, you'd still play this out the same. Hidden bullish divergence. Lower levels of negative momentum. And you got a higher, oh, slightly. Wow, it's close. Let's see. Man, yeah. Stop it. Okay. Oh, look at that. It is a higher low. That's why it's hidden. Hidden bullish divergence. Okay. Hidden bullish divergence. And on the RSI, very clear on the RSI. Very clear. Okay. Impending price action. Continuation to the upside. Imminent. Whoops. What am I doing? All right, there you go. Bearish bat on QNT. Okay, let me throw this in there for you guys. QNT. All right, and we're on to the next one, Dash. We did Bitcoin. It's at the beginning of the stream. You could just back it up. Back it up. It's like a DVR. Back it up. Holy FTM 4x HBD on the 4. Ready to rip. All right, we will check FTM. We'll circle back to FTM. Thanks, Holy. All right, Dash. Check out Dash here. Looks like we painted this nice big low here. And we now have a higher low. Okay. Looks like we got a decent little neckline going on here. Bonk. Let's make that white. So measured move should coincide with the golden zone. And the golden zone would be fibbing from the May 7th high to the June 22nd low. And here's our golden zone. What are the odds? Overlapping price target. Very likely see you right in that $300 area, okay? $300 on Dash. Next area of interest. There you go. After that, second target would be the 886. So let's see, 886 is probably going to be about right here. Let's see if we got it. Let's see if we got it. X, a 50% retrace, 487. Between 382 and 886, 756, 886, D, bearish bat, 886. Ooh, we were close. Okay, there you go. All right. Dash. Okay, next, Ocean. All right, Ocean is, I mean, it almost got to that target. You came and you got the square up, that's for sure, right? You came and you squared up this area, sold off, partial decline, hidden, bullish divergence. Ooh, not quite. Not quite. So this could have played out and given you just that. Sorry, it was only 30.91%. And it was almost more like, I don't know. This could still run again. It's not quite over. It's not quite over. Just like a neckline breakout back test, right? Breakout back test, go. So still possible. You can see this dollar target here. That would look like this. Stop probably right where it is, below this previous junk. So just like that on Ocean at the moment. Okay, BTT. Okay, check this out. BitTorrent request. I think this is from Holly, maybe not. Okay, so look at this. Looking all the way back left, okay? We have two things very apparent here. See this? Excuse me. What was once support, right? Or excuse me, what was once major resistance became support and confirmation, okay? So, looking at that again, all right. So what was once resistance became support, and now we're right back at that level. So if we can get above this, right? If we can get above this, we're cooking. All right. That's your cue. This is your Q. All right. Look for 0.004 sats, whatever that is, as your Q to go long. All right. Anything below this is your stop. Right? And I don't know if you can get it. Let's just see. I'm not sure. This is a little steep here. Hold on. Yeah, you got it. No. Barely. I don't know. 886. It would still play out the same way. Okay. So, if you can get this, you might have something here. At least it's a nice 6-1 on your money, so it's worth taking just for shits and giggles, right? Anytime you see that, like we're just good with 3-1, 6-1, sure. And you don't have to be that. You can have a tighter target, right? You can be right here and be equitable, targeting there. So you don't have to get too crazy, or I mean, just have 2, right? Nothing wrong with having a second target. Something like that. Okay. BTT. All right. Next. AXS. Axis. Let's see. I might have to do min for this. Yeah. We had this on the 4-hour. Okay, guys. So we have a bearish butterfly, bearish deep crab type price action structure here. Remember, our long entry was down here. We've had a nice rally, but yeah, you should get this. This should finish off. Here's why, because it's like, again, strike 1, right? Strike 2, and then we're at it, and you've already like broke through it, and now you're just kind of back testing it, right? What was once this this kind of critical area. See how you're just back testing it? It was even a little higher, but either way, you see what I'm saying? So if we can hold above this area, I'll see up here at 182 on AXS. Rune. Someone got ruined. All right, here you go. Rune. Look, golden reach. The golden zone has been hit. We had hidden bullish divergence from here to here, here to here. Hidden bullish divergence. We put the stop below the below the low point, painted a higher low, neckline, breakout, and now you're above this other critical area here. Not as much anymore, but look, all right, I'm gonna fib this from high to low. Golden zone, 618, touched it. Next, deep retrace, okay? So from here, maybe sell off a little bit, whatever, but then I'll see you up here. Between 1750 and 19 on Rune. GBTC, this is a stonk market. Look, guys, we painted that hidden bullish divergence. I think it was on the daily. Yeah. Hidden bullish divergence, massive hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Rallied all the way up, tagged the A target, and now you're back. You're testing it again. You're just consolidating right at that target area, right? So if we can break above that, that sends you right to target 2, and that sends Bitcoin. If GBTC is going to 59, Bitcoin's at freaking 70K, guys. Come on, that'd be a new high. Look at this. Look at this. And then you back test the previous high, and then you maybe rally again. And this is where 88 comes from, okay? In phase. Up another 3.19% from the day. On the day. Harmonic within a harmonic within a harmonic. Look at this. You had a dual harmonics here. You had a 618 to 786, and you had a 1272 up top, or almost 1272 up top. You had a cipher, and then you had a butterfly, and now you have a deep crab slash butterfly painting on the bearish side. Nasty gap here, though. I do not like this gap. Very possible we come back down, we fill this gap, paint hidden bullish divergence, and then we rally again. Okay, so in phase prediction right there, probably come back to 190, whatever. So let's see here. FTM, holy, H4. Oof. I see what you're saying, where you're saying 4x bearish hidden bearish divergence, because he went basically 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 times we had lower levels of negative momentum, and every time we painted a higher low on price. Absolutely did. And you got hidden bullish divergence on the RSI at the tail end. So this is textbook, holy, where this is one of my favorite things, where you have multiple like 2x, 3x, 4x on the MACD with a 1x, like a tail end on the RSI. So this is your perfect storm, and you're absolutely right. Yeah. Probably going to see another markup here, so probably see you at $4. Okay. See you at $4. Next area of interest, FTM. That would not surprise us at all. Not surprise us at all. Call that the holy. All right, guys. I'll go back to Bitcoin real quick. But, yeah, I think that you have already done the break, reached the top, back test the bottom. You're ranging in this little ranged area here. Let's even go back to that 4 hour. Look at this. So you've even broken out of it here. Okay. Yeah, you might come and do this one more time, but I don't even know that you need to. And even if it's just back testing 60K, wouldn't be the end of the world. But really what we want to see here is just get up above this 64. And actually, you know what? When you come up here, you're probably just going to smoke through it. And then you'll gradually just trickle that all the way back down. Okay, so watch out for that. All right. Cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. That's all we got for the night. Peace. Duck out.